last week?
I thought it was a really strong will to win. I thought both teams, when it's a kick, I think there's been games where a kick where we've had 36 entries to 18 second half, like against Collingwood, and just weren't efficient. But tonight, both teams really just fought it out to the end. So they're a proud club, good club. We're building to be. They've had sustained success. We had it 12 to 15. We were trying to build back to that. So I thought we fought it out to the end, but some of the basics we'd like to be better in. But yeah, any wins hard fought in the AFL. We certainly picked a different team tonight. We identified over the last month we'd lost a little bit of game style with penetration and going in to our forwards. So we needed to pick a taller forward line because we lost Hogan, Taberner and Cox out of our front half, which is we just adapted too much and we felt we'd lost penetration. So, but there was a challenge that come with that. And as the game wore on, I thought we built the ball up a little bit more and set the field. And we looked like we were going to score and we made them defend a bit more. But early, we had that balance wrong and it was putting us under some pressure. And they really attacked well off half-back. They got some real speed out of there. Lloyd was a real problem for us, but I thought Brad Hill early held us up with he was the standout. But we adjusted and we thought we got it back on our terms with our ball use, our kicking of the ball. So our clearance work was pretty good. I just still thought too many broken tackles, some skill errors. But you know what, we can keep working on that. But it was over the last month, 3 of the 4 games we've been in. But our concentration levels and execution haven't been to the level required to get across the line. But, we learned some lessons out of those games and they applied them tonight. So, it was pleasing.
To get a fair bit from all 3 of your ruckmen, how pleasing was that? And was that a bit of a gamble to go in with that strategy? Yeah,
it was, because we identified we'd lost our longer kicking through centre forward. And that, West Coast monstered us in the air. And I thought even at times, we over adapted against Hawthorn and we were trying to pass it in the whole time. But it's a big ground, it's really slippery and hard. It's really difficult in these conditions. So, I thought we were dangerous at the top of the square. You're paid to take some chances, so it was a calculated risk, but they had mobility and we had clearance dominance probably around hit-outs, but it still could have gone either way.
Is Darcy nursing a bit of an elbow injury or arm injury?
Darcy Tucker?
No, Sean Darcy.
Not that I'm aware of, yeah. No, Lobby sort of tweaked his shoulder there. He's a little bit sore, but everyone was pretty free tonight.
And with Sandilands, do you kind of keep them for home games, or what's your plan?
Well, I have experienced that before. Roger Merritt, when I was at Brisbane, they just kept him for the home games, and that worked well. He played to his 36, so we're just assessing it. That was the plan last week. We'll see how everyone pulls up and make an informed decision.
This win puts you back within a win of 8 spot. How significant is that?
So what was that?
The win tonight, it puts you back within a win of 8th spot.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
In terms of just at least easing the pressure as well.
What pressure?
There's been just a lot of outside talk from fans.
Yeah, I think that's just what it is, outside talk. We've done so much right. Our average losing margin was 12. Interstate wins against top 4 clubs, GWS and Collingwood, beat top 4, top 6 teams at home. And then we ran into some problems. We're a young developing list. We're not a deep list, and there's some challenges that go with that. So if people want to pile on, that's the business. That's what we sign up for. But it doesn't wobble my intent and our coach's intent and our players' intent. We're a pretty happy camp, but we've been disappointed. So let the criticism come. That's just the business we're in. If I was sitting here thinking we're not really performing to our talent over the course of the year, well, it would be a different. I've experienced that before at St Kilda, 07, early 08. Very talented, underperforming, very stressful. But when you think the group's giving everything they got and we've really improved, there is no stress, bar the stress of losing.
You've matched the tally of wins from last season. What goals do you set yourself?
Yeah, I've never set wins and lost goals. There was an opportunity to improve tonight. We still were far from what we want to be, but our will to win and compete was strong. It was more consistent There's been more lapses. I thought our back 7 really stood up, particularly early. So Griffin Logue improved tonight. We really backed him in. We're working with him one-on-one. Thought he was significant. I thought Chera played well. Andy Brayshaw stood up. You know, they're only second-year players. Griffin's really, in his third year, been available for 20 games. So there's plenty of upside here. And we're 3.5 years in. I'm not sure what all the hoopla is about, to be honest. But that's just the town we live in.
To be strong in clearances and contested ball without Fife, who sort of leads the way in there for you.
Yeah, but early in the year against West Coast, we did the same thing. It's no surprise to me. I really believe in our group. I always affirm our group. It's not going to be perfect, but on Nathan, he's been super for us. He was staying at home tonight. He was quite an ill boy with an infection. I got a call Wednesday morning at 7:30, and he went south really quickly. So Ken Withers, our club doctor, acted really quickly. Clay Gollidge, infectious disease specialist, really got hold of Nathan and gave him great care. So on the back of that, we think Nathan will more than likely get up, but not a guarantee for next week. But it'd be great if we could add him back in.
And just on Lob's shoulder you mentioned, is there some doubt on him next week?
Maybe a little bit, but little sub-larks, not too much. So, yeah, we'll go away and lick our wounds and assess, but it's great for the group. And we just want to keep improving. And, you know, you've got to write your own story. It's a win-loss business. I understand we're a 2-team town. I understand the scrutiny. We've got that many content providers and not many people to provide the content. So that's just the way we roll here.
Not many
Thanks.
guys in here.
Well, it's a bit thinner. I understand the Western Australians a bit thinner than it was previously, yeah, but that's okay. We're all under pressure.
Just with Fife, is that elbow going to be sore for the rest of the season? Is that something that takes quite a bit of time?
No, what it was he had a bursa out of him. He was an inflamed bursa, and the bursa was regrowing, and for whatever reason, it just became infected, inflamed. Just they're not even sure why. So yeah, it got serious quick, but rest assured, our members and our partners that we'll take no risk with Nathan. If he's not right, he won't play.
And with Hogan, very sad news.
Sad, you know, we're not saving babies' lives here. It's an navicular, we'll put a pin in, he'll rehab, and he'll be there round 1. We'll support him, and he'll get going. Let's not dramatise too much. Thanks.